everybody! I know it's been a while. I haven't done any book reviews. I've been so busy so that I even I started doing knitting. I started on a blanket. I'm halfway done. I finished one side that needs a little bit of trimming here and there, like right here. It's got some where I began and ended one. But it is humongous, and I hope to finish it before the really cold days get here. It was really good. I was still knitting it, and my power went out, and I was like, cover, keep knitting, faster, Megan. You need to finish the blanket. Okay, but that's mostly the reason I had that, and then I got sick during 1 week, and I was just like, out. But I'm going to be talking today about my review on A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And I heard she's really good. I haven't personally read any of her books. I do, in fact, have on my TBR list another one of her books called Throne of Glass, which I have not read, but I've heard is really good. If you also notice that most of those books up there on my first shelf right there are my TBR, and yes, that is Outlander up there. I need to get started on that. Okay, so first off the bat, I am in love with this cover. It was so sadistically dark and light, and it's got the off the bat, I loved it really well. I really loved it. It is basically my summary, the twisted tale of Beauty and the Beast, but not Beauty and the Beast. It has the underlying feel of it, but it does not go out completely to say it. There is a curse. There is a girl that is being taken from her family. There is a sick father. There is a princely lord in it. And that's where it sort of starts to go apart. The lord is actually a fairy lord, and she gets taken into the fairy kingdom, and the curse is, you're told one thing, and spoiler a little bit, it's a different thing. It goes on and on. And I thought this was only like a 1-book series. No, it's several books that have yet to come out. The next one comes out soon, very soon. I can't remember off the top of my head which one it is, what the name of it is or anything. I don't even know if there has been a title for it yet. And I'm just like, next book, now, must finish. And so here's like the inside cover, so it's got that nice deep red and everything in it. Ooh, I match it. Yay! If you haven't noticed, I am an OU fan. Thank you. Bedlam, we won. Yes. Sorry. I can't help myself. But it has every so often those little thorns on the chapter pages, and it has a lot of chapters in it. Another thing that I liked about this, besides the storyline, the development of the characters were so good. I was so impressed with it, and there were no real slow moments in it. Every moment was a perfect detail that you must accumulate to able to understand why someone is doing this, why someone's doing that. You had to pay attention to each detail, and each detail was not presented in a flat out, here is this. It was subtle and not subtle. It was like a foreshadowing. The book foreshadowed perfectly how I would want it to. It wasn't out there, but it was awesome. Another thing that I liked about this, she gave a pronunciation guide for the main characters and some places and some, I don't know where I'm pointing at, and for some other people, and I was like, yes, I've been trying to say this name and I couldn't do it, and this was actually on accident. I actually picked it up at one point like this. I was like, wait, what is that? And it's this. I was not cheating. I did not read the end before I finished it. It wasn't really an ending. I had to. It was an ending, but it wasn't really ending. So you are sort of still satisfied with it, like, oh, but there's still questions that need to be answered, and more and more and more and more. And it even mentions one of the foreshadowing parts in the end of the book. It was just like, what? There is a bit of a, it is a young adult book, so there is a bit of a morbid fascination with it that, is a bit scary. As I said, it is a twisted, thing on, a twisted spin on the Beauty and the Beast, and it does have romance in it, as any Beauty and the Beast story will have, but it's got a bit more of the, I'm losing the words here. I'm losing the words. It's been a long night. I still need to go to bed and wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning. Passion. It's got a lot of passion in it. We'll go with that word. I need that pronunciation guide. I just forgot the name. How to say her name? Just to give you a quick summary and everything about it, Feyre, who is the main protagonist, the main heroine, I want to say, is the belle of our story. She is actually quite the huntress. She takes care of her family like any other belle does in a story. She's not the simple little girl who would like to sew and stuff like that, but she likes to take care of her family in any way that she can. It does give the storyline of what's happening, but the village that she lives in is not one of the more well-off villages, and you see how different people are affected in living in one area, and how the like are in one position as that, and it gave an in-depth characteristics of that. It told you stories of everything that was in it. Every person you meet had something to do with the heroine that you would learn later on helped in a specific way. This part that you're introduced to has an overlying part later on in the book. It was a development story. You couldn't, you would run into one thing, and to continue on upon that would, it would be somewhere else up here. But you couldn't get past this thing until you've understood this thing, and it just overlapping layers that you needed to have in order to go through the book. And it was just a beautiful book. I can't wait for the second one to come out. I believe it's coming out this coming year, 2016, and I'm keeping my ears and eyes open for it, so hopefully soon. I'm hoping. So I will go ahead and continue on. Just for a little bit of a TBR, I don't know. I'm currently reading one book, and I don't know what book I'm going to choose next. I probably choose a sequel. If you want to know, I am currently reading Lux Consequences by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I can't believe I forgot her name. Which is actually Opal and Origin. It has 3 and 4 in it, and I'm already done with Origin. Opal. I'm already done with Opal, and I'm on to Origin now, and I'm just like, it's getting good, by the way. It's getting good. And watch this. I've already bought the sequel to these books. Okay, I was lying to myself. I was like thinking that this book was like almost as big as this book, and this book has 2 of the books in it, and I was just like comparing, and it's actually half. It's actually half. Okay, so I'm a little bit better. So I should be able to finish this pretty good. I just haven't had time to really finish this book. It's on my bedside table, and I'm just like, finish it, Megan, finish it. So I will go ahead. I need to get started on this. Finish that. And move on to finish that, move on to this, tell you about this. Hopefully I'll have enough time to finish everything. I also bought Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies because that's becoming a movie. Yes. And I'm hoping for Christmas that I put on my Christmas list the 5th wave. Books becoming movies. It's a dream. But never enough time to finish the books in order to get the movie. Also, did you know they're remaking Jumanji? What? Remaking Jumanji? It's coming out December of 2016. That's the only reason I know. It's because I love watching movies, and I went through the list, and I was like, December of next year? I was looking for the next Star Wars movie after this one, and I saw it. I was like, ooh, Jumanji. Anyways, gotta go. Please subscribe if you like this video. Please like it if you want to see more. And I will try to get back to you. My phone is telling me I have Twitter messages. I'll try to get back to you on this one as soon as possible. So I'll see you all. Bye.